Hello everyone, I'm back and today is October 9th, 2019, and today our message is the Skull of Flowers, and I will bring it forward for you to see a little bit closer. There is a little bit of glare because I am using the flash, but there you have it, the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. So, Skull of Flowers is a lot like it has a very phoenix energy to it. So it is very similar to the Death card of traditional tarot in the sense that it is about new beginnings and also about endings. However, I would say that it is more similar to the Tower card. With Death, it's a very slow process. It's a very slow decomposing process, okay? It's not something that happens suddenly. Not that death never happens suddenly, but normally the natural idea of death is something that is a very slow moving thing, whereas the Tower in the traditional tarot is more about sudden endings. So they're more sudden and they're more challenging. They're usually things like losing your job, you know, having to move, losing your home, you know, there being a fire and your house burning down. This could be, you know, a horrible relationship that goes bad and that there's a horrible ending of this relationship. So it's sudden, it's tragic, and so it's about these really bad endings that we're able to grow from. And like the phoenix who burns, rises from its ashes. Okay, so it's very similar to that sort of energy. The book talks about how some trees and plants, they only seed through situations of adversity, such as, you know, floods and droughts and fires and things of that nature. So, Skull of Flowers is about pretty much dying but coming back 10 times stronger. And I really like this card, not just because my daughter's name is Phoenix, but I like the whole idea of this. Even the Tower card, you know, when you receive that in a reading, you know, a lot of people get scared, but it's really a beautiful thing, because even though, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday in the Joy card, finding something good, finding something, you know, the silver lining in your cloud. So this is similar to that, but there's an ending here. So there's some sort of ending, some sort of tragic ending, and it's here to remind us that we really grow in situations that are challenging. We really grow in life's adversity. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this message for today. I'm sorry that it was short. I have to pick my kiddos up from school, but trying to think of a situation or something that we may be going through, someone may be going through, just to give an example. Okay, like I said, you know, losing your house, okay, or losing your job. That's an example that I can give. You know, and you might be really distraught, and you might think that this is really gonna ruin your life, but then you've made room for a new job position or a new house that's 10 times better, that you never would have even had the opportunity for if this ending didn't take place, if this, if this adversity did not take place in your life. This reminds me a lot of the geranium card in the Chakra Oracle by Tori Hartman. It's the Chakra Wisdom. And it's the first card in the first chakra, the root chakra, and it's a story about a plant who, she lives in her pot, and she ends up, getting taken out of her pot, and she's, her whole world is flipped upside down. She doesn't understand why she's being ripped away and thrown in this bag, and she thinks her life is over. Until sometime later, she wakes up and she realizes that she's been planted in the ground, in the earth, and she's more beautiful than she's ever been. She's able to grow to a fuller capacity than she was in the pot. She was only able to grow so far, or so big, and she realized that she was much better where she is, or where she was at this point now. It's the same thing with relationships. I gave that as an example. We can be in bad relationships, toxic relationships that are just really no good for us, and they end, and our hearts are broken, and we think that our lives are going to end, and we're not going to make it without that person. But, those situations happen and those things end to make room for something better. And even though we cannot see it, most of us can't, it's there, and that's why death happens. Death happens so that birth can happen. Old things have to go so that new things can prosper. So I hope that this resonates with someone. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope that you guys have a great Wednesday. All right, bye.